Hello, and welcome to the webinar covering the Agile Ticketing Update for version 6.24. We are very excited to introduce you to the significant benefits to the Agile Ticketing System. The first enhancement we are going to cover today is the updated event setup capabilities in Web Portal. We have added the ability to set up and utilize our more advanced event features. Let's take a look. We are going to start by looking at how to give a customer a free popcorn benefit when they purchase a ticket. I'm going to pull up an event we need to make some edits to. From here, I can go down to the pricing inventory tiers area and edit one of the price levels. On the adult price, I want to add a benefit so that the purchaser can get free popcorn for 1 month with the purchase of their ticket. I click on the Account Benefits tab. From here, I can see the empty list for the current set of benefits. I will click on the Add Benefits button. I can say whether this is based on a static dates, starting such as July 16th through a specific end date, or whether it's based on the day they actually purchase. So in this case, we want to give it to them for 1 month. We're going to choose our benefit group of the free popcorn benefits. I don't need this to be tied to a membership or for that membership to be active in this case. So I'll click the Accept button to save the benefit, and again to save that price. Then I'll go ahead and save the changes to the event. Now the purchasing customer will have access to free popcorn for a month. Next, we're going to look at adding a promotional price and relevant promo codes needed to access it. I'm going to pull up the promo price that I created earlier. Here I can click on the Promotions tab. This is where I can choose from the available promotions and move it to the selected for this price. Or I can also add a new promotion by clicking the New Promotions button. I will name this promotion the July promo. Go ahead and set it to end at the end of this month. I can then define the list of codes in order to access this discounted price. I can click Add Code, and this is where I can add just a static value code that we want to define, such as ATS-12345. Here I can say whether or not it's going to allow an unlimited quantity of uses, or in this case we're going to say that it can be used 100 times. We'll save that. I can also use the Generate Codes option in order to generate a certain number of codes. We're going to produce 10 other codes. We'll define the format we want to use, ATS-%. The percent sign is going to be replaced with 5 random either alpha and number characters, alpha or just number characters. So we'll just let it do its own thing, let it be unlimited, and go ahead and click Save. And there we produce those randomized codes. I could also load these from a file, get what that file needs to look like in order to import, or I could also export this list of codes just in case we need to utilize that for some other purpose. Now we can go ahead and save that. We see that it is selected against this price. So I'm going to go ahead and accept those changes and save that to the event. Now when purchasing this price, a customer must provide one of the valid codes in order to access the discounted price point. Next, we are going to look at adding questions to be asked when a customer purchases a ticket. I'm going to pull up the child price and click on the Questions tab. From here, I can choose to add a new question or choose from the available questions already set up. I'm going to select the child's name question as well as the child's birth month and day question. I'll accept and save my changes. Now when a customer buys a child ticket, we will also get the child's name and birth date and month from the customer. Next, we are going to look at adding a description to the prices. I'm going to pull up the adult price and click on the description tab. I can add formatted text and images to further describe this price. I will add the details that free popcorn for a month is a benefit of buying this ticket. I will accept those changes and save the event. Now, when a customer sees the purchase options, they will see that free popcorn message. Next, we're going to look at setting up a brand new price and defining the specific account codes needed for reporting. I will add a new ticket price. I'll set my ticket type to senior. I don't see the price that I need in here, so we're going to go ahead and add a new price. And here I can define my price criteria for all the price categories and tie them to specific accounts needed for reporting. I will go ahead and give this price point a name. Define what the normal price value is and set that to film revenue. Define our preservation fee, and it looks like those accounts are already good. And define a convenience fee and make sure that those are against the convenience fee account. We'll go ahead and save that price point. I'll go ahead and accept the changes for this new price and add that, make sure that price is saved against the event. Now that the senior price has been added, it will be reported against a specific account instead of the default event revenue account as it had been in the past. Next, we are going to look at the tier settings and set up an assignment policy. With assignment policies, you can define that when a customer adds specific tickets, they will also get other tickets assigned to their cart. Assignment policies are beneficial for many use cases, like making small packages of events, buy one get one promotions, or assigning all tickets at a table from a single selection. We will go to edit the admission tier and click on assignment policy. I see that there are no policies currently here, so I'll add a new one. Now I will define the matching ticket type. This can be set to any ticket type, so it'll match any sold ticket type. You can select a ticket type from the list, or you can use a regular expression in order to match a specific criteria of ticket type. The initial quantity and the additional quantity properties are used to define whenever the person buys one of this any ticket type and each additional one of any ticket type, that we are going to assign these defined events and ticket types to their order as well. So we're going to go ahead and set our sales channels for box office and web standard. We're going to come in here and look for an event. We're going to select our tier and the ticket type that they're going to get whenever they purchase any ticket type, and we can define how many tickets they're going to receive. So we'll go ahead and say that they get 2 anytime they buy one ticket type. Now I'll go ahead and accept the changes for that assignment policy and save the changes to the event. Now anytime somebody buys any one of these tickets, they will also get 2 of the promo tickets added to their cart automatically. Next, we are going to look at a small change at the event level to allow setting the renewal event. If we have an annual event where people need to renew their seats, we can link last year's event with this year's in order to make getting the same seats easy for the customer. On this event, I'll go down to the additional information area, and here I can see the new Renews From option, where I can search for last year's event and link those together. Next, we're going to look at the show information. Normally, when uploading an image for an event, the system will go ahead and set the thumbnail to be a smaller version of the main image. If we need to, we can remove the system-generated thumbnail, click the Add Media button, and choose to upload a new thumbnail to that event. The next enhancement on our list is around how end customers will be able to redeem their benefits. We have simplified the redemption process for customers and made it to where they can access all their benefits no matter how they sign in. In the past, we dealt with benefits based on the membership or pass that they signed in with. This limited the benefits to just what was directly tied to that credential. With these new changes, we have changed the system to make sure all benefits, whether they are from a membership, pass, ticket pack, or if they have multiple of any of those, that they can be used by the customer in all cases. The next enhancement in our list is a small change to the actions and triggers area for web sales. We have added the ability to pop an attestation prompt every time the customer selects the specified ticket types versus just once during a session. Let's take a look. We will go under the web folder and open up our entry points. Here I'll go under the properties of the entry point group we need to edit. I can open up the attestation that we have set up previously to make sure that people are over 21 whenever they purchase the ticket. I can now choose to have this attestation only answered once during the session, or I can uncheck this option and the customer will be shown the attestation for every event it is relevant on. The next enhancement on our list is support for some new point-of-sale terminals. We have added support for the PartnerTech Audrey A5 terminal and the EM310 tablet unit. You can find out more information about these units by visiting agiletix.com/hardware and viewing our hardware catalog. The next enhancement on our list is the new year-over-year analysis report. This report looks across multiple years to track trends on revenue and quantities across several high-level data points. Let's take a look. Under the Reports option in the Accounting group, we will now see the year-over-year analysis report. We have several options available to specify the details on how we're going to pull in the report, specify the date range such as 2018 till today. I can choose whether to look at the data just at a yearly level or whether to include monthly information as well. I can also specify to see some lower level details by price type. For sales, I can include the sales line types that I want to see those details for in the boxes below that. I can also decide whether I want to see quantity details by price type or level. So in this case, I want to see quantities by membership level across those multiple years. And I'm going to run this to Excel and take a look at the results. We can see the multiple worksheets for the different ways we can analyze this data. I'll start by looking at the sales by sales line type. The chart shows our trends and we can see the total sales during each year for each sales line type along with the percentage change from the year prior. I can also see this data plotted by month. I can also see that we can evaluate some other criteria as well. You can see the quantity of items sold, sales based on sales channel over those year ranges, sales by folder, the number of active memberships that we've had over those ranges, sales by the general admission price type. This is our more detailed tab, as well as our sales by level, membership level, and those details. The next enhancement on our list is some small changes to the web portal sign-in process. We have improved the login and provided an option to stay logged in for 2 weeks. Let's take a look. In case you are not aware, you can access the Agile system online from any device at portal.agiletix.com. You use the same username, password, and domain to sign in here as you do our installed app. We have added the ability to remember your login session for 2 weeks. That means when you come back to portal.agiletix.com, you won't have to sign in every time. The next enhancement on our list is with the DonorPerfect integration. We've added some more options to control how data is synced with DP. Let's take a look. In the External Integrations area, underneath the Settings folder, we can see a new option under the General tab. By default, this is set to assign gifts and other info records to the order contact. This is useful for whenever you're dealing with organizations or businesses and their underlying contacts. We can uncheck this option to make sure the records in DP are attached to the business or the organization. Also, we have added options under the field mappings. We can now have further control over how the secondary member's name can flow into DonorPerfect. The last enhancement we are going to cover today is enhanced support for snippets in our emails and letters area. Snippets are used to provide reusable areas of content within the body of the email or letter. Let's take a look. We currently have 2 snippets defined, one for a common greeting and another to display event information. We'll go ahead and look at how that event information is laid out with the replaceable thumbnail image, the name of the event, the start date time of the event, as well as a description. We're going to go ahead and declare a new email that we're going to send out to our members. I'll choose that data set, choose the membership program, and now we can start laying out the email. I'll go ahead and insert that common greeting. And I'll go ahead and insert some event information and select the event that I want to insert. We'll go ahead and do that again. We'll notice that the snippets that have been inserted now look differently than they have in the past. You can hover over the information and see a preview of how everything is laid out. If I need to edit a snippet, I can double click on it and change the event selected, for instance. And now I can preview my email that I've laid out with my 3 snippets.